Hi everyone, it's Jaya here from Epicenter Healing. So today I want to talk about the short game versus the long game. So there's a lot of theories, computer simulation theories, so physics theory if you want to take a look at it, about the whole construct of life being a game and the rules of the game in a way you can decide yourself how you want to play it, but how you play it is where you have your outcome. So what I mean is, if we tie it into like spiritual law of karma, whatever you sow is what you reap, whatever you put out there is what you get back, like attracts like, law of attraction, all of these familiar terms that I'm sure you know many of already. So what is the short game and what is the long game? The short game is basically everything you're doing for a quick gain. There's some terms that are used such as instant gratification, and even sometimes for money. Money's really like a very popular played short game. An example of a long game is developing trustworthy qualities, being reliable, if you say something, you stick by it, you say what you mean. So back to the short game. Sometimes you may not say what you mean because you're trying to get something quickly, i.e. instant gratification. And essentially, the short-term and the long-term game, it will lead you into different places in life, and your legacy will be left in different spaces. So for example, if somebody is, say, a priest, and he preaches his whole life and his whole aim is to help people to become better and to keep people alive and to serve the community, his legacy will be one of the long game. Chances are he's not out to make a quick buck. Chances are he is going in for a change in humanity, and he wants to leave the legacy of betterment of mankind, and he also wants to improve everyone, improve souls and keep people alive. So often people who play the long game, they are keeping humanity alive. People who play the short game, I don't want to give traders a bad rep or anything like that, but because I'm using money as an example and sort of putting your body under stress to get money. Now there's some great traders, they don't feel that much stress because they're so experienced. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about that desperation for money, needing to have a certain amount of lifestyle and playing that short game. The quality of their life is going to be more stressful, and though they might have like an amazing house, everything financially solid for them, they may not have their health and they may not have their well-being. So it's like the famous saying goes, you can't enjoy what you have if you don't have your health, your happiness and your relationships. And many successful people that have come to Epicenter Healing, they often talk about how they've got everything they want in the material realm, but they haven't got those personal connections, and they haven't got the feeling of trust with people, because trust often gets reduced as people become more wealthy. The wealthy clients of Epicenter Healing, they always talk about how they don't trust anyone, and it's completely understandable. But there's ways around this, and I can talk about that in another video. But the whole point in the short-term game versus the long game is we have to be aware of it. If we're aware of these two things, we are able to cultivate a better life. So if we know what we're doing, we have knowledge and self-awareness, then we're able to direct our life and direct our destiny. I've released a video on Epicenter Healing's channel. It's called Our Response Directs Our Destiny, and I would encourage you to listen to that because it ties into what I'm saying with the short game and the long game. And the whole idea is we're wanting to steer our destiny. We are creators, so we're creating our life in a better direction. So do have a look at that video. And if we can get these two things into balance, short-term game and the long-term game, we can have an overall beautiful life. That's why, you know, when you meet those people and they literally have everything, they've understood the short term and the long term game. They understand their short versus long game. So I really hope that this video has inspired you to take a look at your life. An exercise that you can do off the back end of this video is literally now, because you've already engaged, so you've made time and space, is get a notepad. One side put the short game, one side put the long game, and then just put bullet points in each one of how you think you're playing your life in different areas in each column. So for example, the short game could be that you've just got a corporate job which is £250,000 a year. That would go into your short term. Could, I mean, go into your long term, but a lot of the corporate and particularly banking area jobs, they have a lot of stress, and people don't often do them for more than sort of 8, 10, 12 years because they burn out. In fact, some of the clients that I've had from London, they were younger than that. They burnt out by 27. So what's that? So say 4 or 5 years, but they made a lot of money, but they burnt out. So then they spent the next sort of 13, 14 years trying to get their health back. So is it worth it? That's something you're going to have to ask yourself, if that's worth it, because 10, 12, 13 years is a long time to try and get your health back, right? For the sake of money, something that we're going to leave on this planet anyway, something that doesn't necessarily make our soul grow. I talk about soul light in our other videos as well. If you go through our channel, the videos, I always refer back to soul light and soul growth and spiritual growth. So we really have to weigh up our life so that we don't just steer off into the wrong direction and end up in literally a cesspit. Many people burn out. I've burnt out before in the past. And that's why I'm creating these videos, and that's where Epicenter Healing has had a lot of traction with me, because of the amount of knowledge that I've gained over many, many years, my academic background, and all the people I've worked with. I've worked with some very successful people myself. I understand how they think. In fact, if you would like a one-to-one session with us, you can make a booking on www.epicenterhealing.com with either myself or Mukesh. Both of our profiles are on there. But you can really see how we really need to have a look at this long versus short game quickly. Thank you guys, and I really hope that this video, even if you don't book a session with us, that this video helps you to understand what's going on and how to steer your life and direct your own destiny by choosing when, where and how you're playing the short game, and when, where and how you're playing the long game. Lots of love, and until our next video, stay safe, stay happy, stay blessed, and I hope that God vibration enters your life quick, strong, fast. Thank you.